and cameras off until you have a question for Usman. So we'll get underway, guys. Andrew McGlashan.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Usman, can you quite believe what you've achieved in the last 2 or 3 days, and kind of how does today compare to a couple of days ago?
No, not really. I don't think it's sunk in yet. Look, I've always wanted to score a century in both innings in first-class cricket. Never done it. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do it. It didn't really matter to me now. I've played so long. I'm like, it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal, but it's just a nice one to tick off and to put the team in a situation where hopefully we can try to win a test match tomorrow. Yeah, look, it all worked out pretty well. It doesn't always happen in life in cricket. It's pretty special.
How good did you feel out there today? Did it feel a bit different to the first innings, having got that first 100 out the way? You seemed to play with a great deal of freedom. I know you were trying to set a target, but did it feel different today?
No, I batted pretty normally for the first 40 of my 35 of my runs up to tee. Just left a lot. I wasn't scoring at no quick rate. We were just trying to bat normally, trying to set the innings up so we could push later on. That's all I was trying to do. And then came back after tea. I talked to Paddy, just what he was thinking. He said just bat normally for the first 40 minutes after tea, and then we'll go from there. But when I got out there, I just thought, I don't want to wait for 40 minutes and then start having a dip. I'm looking at the field. I'm thinking, I'm feeling it right now, so I'm just going. And then, yeah, just this is how it happened. I hit one over the top, felt good. I'm like, no, I think I can keep going here. And I did. Unfortunately, I missed out on the first innings to have a big dip. Paddy declared right after I got out, and it wasn't the game plan, actually. Paddy told me he was going to bat until the next day, so I was just sort of batting. And when he declared, I was like, Paddy, you're killing me. I could have had a little bit of a slog out there before I got out. And he's like, sorry, it was like changing my mind. So I made sure that I was going to have a bit of fun the second innings and wasn't going to wait till the 40 minutes. I'm just going to put a foot down early.
Thanks, Us. Cheers.
Lockie McCurdy.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Usman, congratulations again today. I guess the other guy who was with you out there for that big partnership, Cam Green, really good to see him get some runs this series. What did you make of his performance today? You've obviously seen a fair bit of him in first-class cricket, and we know he's got that batting talent, and he kind of was able to finally show that today.
That was awesome. He batted beautifully. Greeny scored so many runs against Queensland. I hate playing against him in Shield cricket. I was just talking to him as much as I could, just about what we're trying to do out there, options. He was talking about spins, and I was telling him what options I thought he should take. Just trying to give him reassurance, especially at the start. You could tell he's a little bit nervous at the start. I'm just trying to give him reassurance of what he needs to do, but make sure he kept his intent high, because I know he always plays it just like any other batter. We play better when we're intense there. I was just trying to give him key pointers, and he was executing beautifully. Nothing more than that. I was just trying to help him, guide him through his innings, and then once he got to about 30, he kind of just, took it over himself.
Ben Hall.
Yeah, congratulations, Izzy. Mate, I know you've batted as a middle order player now for a couple of years. Would you feel comfortable opening if you were offered that opportunity, either in the next test or perhaps in Pakistan?
Look, in the future, maybe. I still, if I'm being totally honest, I batted 5 this test match, and it was a lot of fun and got runs, and you can't really compare 5 to opening. It's a bit like apple and oranges. And I know, because I've done both of them. Opening is very tough. I said it in the first day when I was talking to Howie on the mic, that there's a big difference between opening and batting 5. I came in here for Harry, and he's had a great series. I know selectors have made a lot of tough decisions this series. I don't really expect it to be too different, even though I scored back-to-back tons. It's just the way it is. I came in for COVID, and as I said, I think it's very hard to judge number 5 with opening. They're 2 very different things, but look, all I've done is got an opportunity for Australia and scored some runs, which I'm grateful for, and the hunger's still there, and hopefully, not that I have to, but just showing that I can still score runs at this level if an opportunity does present itself in the future.
Mate, do you feel like you have given yourself a big chance of playing the next test, or are you quite resigned to the fact that you will have to miss out?
No, at the moment, I'm probably quite resigned to the fact that I probably will miss out. Just talking to George Bailey and the selectors about continuity and making sure we have a similar team and what team they picked for the first Test match. By the look of it, it's important. I'm not totally against that either. The process, I felt like throughout my career, a lot of changes were made, and I was on the wrong side of them from my point of view a few times, and I'm the first to say that I think there needs to be structure and stability. I know how hard it is for a cricketer, chopping and changing and on your confidence and whatnot. So I actually like the processes that the selectors have been taking throughout the series. So yeah, at the moment, I'm not really expecting to play the next Test match, but I'll always be ready for whatever happens, because who knows? Someone else may get COVID, something might happen. You just got to stay ready.
Andrew Ramsey.
Hi, Usman, and congrats. Even though you and Cameron were able to sort of put the foot down a bit in that last session, you still wore a couple, and there's been a few guys who've been hit on the gloves, etc. Batting's obviously pretty tricky out there. Is it getting even trickier, and what do you see as being the big challenge on the final day out there?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's the odd spot there, which is horrible. It's just taking off and smacking it, but it's really inconsistent. It's rare it's only here and there, and hopefully you get out of the way of it, or it hits the gloves or something. There's some dicey cracks underneath, but enough to cause too much. I'm not really sure. It'll be interesting to see how tomorrow plays out. Fingers crossed we get some good weather, because we probably need all those 98 overs that we have. It's going to be a bit of a grind, but I think if we can keep on that grind for long enough and just keep asking questions over and over and over again, I think we're a chance. I'd be surprised if they don't try to go for the total. And hopefully tomorrow can be a really good day for Test cricket.
Mel Farrell.
Thanks, Cole. Congrats again, Uzi. You almost make it sound like you are a sort of standby. You might get another opportunity because of COVID or because of other things. I guess, at what point do you think you make the case that you're first choice after, scoring back-to-back centuries already?
I always felt like the opportunity was there at the start. Selectors, as I said earlier, that they want a bit of stability in the side, and quite understandable. Once you get selected in Australia, I think you should get a fair crack at it for a while. You work all that hard effort to get up there and to be selected. It's one of those things. As I said, I've been on both sides. I've been drafted and picked, and then drafted and picked, and I actually really enjoyed the process and the conversations the selectors were having with all the players. So I think my chance was at the start, obviously being involved, and then Hetty batting beautifully in that first Test at the Gabba, getting 150. Put his hand up, as unfortunately he doesn't get to play today. So look, I'm not a selector, but I know what they've been saying from the start. So I'd be very surprised if too much changes. Like even Scotty Boland pulled amazing last game, something you'll never see. I'm not sure if I'll see it in Test cricket again on a debut at least. And then he was obviously going to be dropped if Josh Hazel was fit. That was just the reality of it, and it sucks. But I mean, that's just cricket.
Andrew Wu.
Yeah, g'day. Just wanted to ask you about Cam Green, and I know you at the start you were saying how he was a bit nervous and you were trying to calm him down. What exactly sort of were you saying that can I suppose help him calm down, because it's something that he's starting in innings. He's had trouble even playing at grade cricket.
No, look, it's never easy starting innings. Even I get nervous starting. Everyone does. It's just you're trying to get into the rhythm of the innings. You're trying to figure out what the bowlers are trying to do. Just being out in the middle. I was just talking to him about how he can score. Just really simple things. I'm just reiterating to him. It's really hard when you're in the middle. Your brain's ticking at 100 million miles an hour, and I know it. I've been there before. Sometimes you just need your partner at the other end to just reassure yourself that what you're trying to do and the options you want to take against the bowlers are the correct ones. And I'm a big advocate of making sure that batsmen are trying to score runs no matter what the situation. And I just kept reiterating that to him in whatever way he's doing it, even when he was playing and missing. It's a skill to play and miss, if I'm being honest. If you hold the line, it's actually a skill to play and miss. And I could see he's getting frustrated, played and missed a couple. I'm like, man, that's awesome. That's Test cricket. So, you know, I'm not trying to say he scored runs because of me. Not at all. I was just trying to do anything I could just to give him a bit of sort of, you know, reassurance that what he was doing out there was the right way, and it was pretty much that.
Oh, good.
Scott Bailey, and we'll finish off with Dan Cherney.
Yeah, it was just following up on Cam. How much have you seen? Like, how's he gone juggling his time between, you know, trying to with his bowling, his batting in the nets, and sort of has he spent more on his bowling this summer? I know you went around last summer, but do you feel like he spent more on his bowling this summer after, I guess, having more success with the bat last season? And then also a free flowing innings like today, can that sort of, I guess, release the shackles for him in some ways as a test bat? Do you think?
No, look, Cameron Green's an absolute, they say, weapon. He's a gun of a batsman. He's played some unbelievable innings against myself and Queensland, and I've seen him the way he is, and there's no difference. He can do it at test level. He just needs a bit of time. It's not easy. Test cricket's tough work. And look, he's batting really well this year. He hasn't got as many runs as he did last year. He scored a few hundreds to start in Shield cricket. Look, he's bowling beautifully, and that's just a bonus. I think even he knows he loves batting, and every time he goes out to bowl when he gets wickets, it's just a bonus for him. It's unbelievable. It's a bonus because he bowls 140 kilometers plus when he comes in and bowls. You don't get players like Cameron Green very often. So yeah, and I think the selectors know that and they see that, and we need to give this guy a bit of opportunity and time. And for him to develop, he needs to, you know, play cricket and then go overseas and experience playing on different wickets. And if you do that and invest in these players at a young age, something I think we probably haven't done as well in the past, chopping and changing a lot, you'll reap the rewards later down the track. The second time they go, the third time they go away in series, or when they come back here, you just need to invest. We saw with Steve Waugh. I think the same can be said about Cam Green.
Last one, folks. Dan Cherney.
Okay, Usman, just in terms of the declaration and the thinking there, do you know whether Pat had a runs target in mind, or it was an overs thing or time, and was the weather a consideration? Can you just sort of explain what the thinking was?
It's knowing, as a captain myself, knowing it's a bit of both. It's about how many overs you want to bowl tonight at them, and how many runs you want. Approximately, I think he was really happy with 350 plus, and anything above that was a bonus. And then he obviously wanted to bowl with at least, you know, have an hour at him at the minimum, which we kind of did just about. I think he knew that's what he wanted. Being a bowler, he knows how to split up his day. When we can, you know, possibly if we need a new ball later on tomorrow, because you don't want to declare tomorrow and then not get two new balls. All these things come into consideration. So I think it worked out quite well. Me and Greeny came out of tee and scored faster than we thought we were going to score, which allowed us to probably play with a bit.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I think Graham Thorpe's here waiting to come in, guys. So we'll catch everyone tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Usman. Thanks, Cole.
Yes.
Thanks, Uzzy.
Thank you.
Yeah.